I was 12, 13-ish. My dad passed away, and any nice thoughts I had about if there was a God or whatever were gone. Suddenly hated the guy, whoever he was, and swore that if I ever met him, well, we would have a nice little fight. Now I know it wouldn't work out, but my life from that point was just, I don't know, kind of a haze, whatever, just, I don't know, walked in the shadows of life to get out of high school and do whatever. And I had this great, wonderful idea of, I don't know, joining the Army. I couldn't believe what I saw, how the, I don't know, humanity can treat one another and just move on and, nothing happened. Coming back to the States after all kinds of stuff like that, I'd run into people that would complain about their food, where they had to sleep, what they had to wear, and it just made me sick. I couldn't deal with people. I actually, really started to hate anybody and everybody. On May 31st, June 1st of 2007, I had had enough. I couldn't deal with anybody, deal with the world. Getting out was the best option I could think of, because that way everything I felt would hopefully end. After doing that, I kind of, just went on, kind of a pill binge, if you will, because they made me forget stuff I didn't want to remember, stuff I didn't want to deal with, people I didn't want to deal with. At that point in time, the things that I had done ended me up in jail for 47 days. Judge somehow got me up into the St. Cloud VA and got me into a dual diagnosis program where they treat you for PTSD and drugs and alcohol. 4 days after getting there, I had a heart attack at the age of 40. A week and a half later, I had a triple bypass. Shortly thereafter, it was like a month and a half, I started getting kidney stones. And every time I would, something like that happened, I'd go in and they'd give me more of my pills and stuff. And all kinds of lies and everything came out of it. And I was generally a nice person, and lying wasn't really my thing. But the choices I had made by all the drinking and then accepting all the pills that doctors were more than happy to give me ended me up in kind of like an intervention type thing with their plan was get out, go to Teen Challenge in Milwaukee for a year. I packed up everything I needed to leave the house for a year. Found another kidney stone there, went over to the VA. The doctor said, here's a prescription for this, that, and the other thing. And that was the first time ever in my alcohol drug using time that I ever refused to take a prescription. After that, I went back to the Teen Challenge building and told them, hey, this isn't for me. I got to get out of here. They dropped me off at a Greyhound bus station, and I had $40 in my pocket, and the closest I could get to home was a ticket to Wausau, Wisconsin, which is like another, I don't know, 3-4 hours away from home. That time I had an AA sponsor, and this brilliant man said, "Did you call your wife yet?" And it's like, "No, she thinks I'm going to be down here for a year. Why don't you give her a call?" All right, I'll give her a call. Then a couple minutes later, she called back and said, "Okay, go to the window at the Greyhound people thing, and I've got a ticket there for you." But the only thing is, I had a 10-hour wait for my bus to leave. So the only thing I could think of was to kind of put my stuff down in front of a chair and just sit. And keep in mind, this God and his son Jesus, whoever they were, I still really didn't care for him. As I'm sitting there, I don't know how long it was into my sit, but I felt I don't know, just one of those really weird, strange, I don't know, like she said, a peaceful something come over me. And it's almost as if I looked to my left and my right, and there was God and there was Jesus. And they were, for some reason, it was, I don't know, it was almost like that Ebenezer Scrooge thing where, you get taken away and you visit your old stupid life and what you'd done wrong. And it was almost like a coaching thing. If you'd done this right then, you wouldn't be here now. This is the first time in my life that I actually ever believed in them and what they could do, and how for most guys growing up, you hear all that big boy don't cry or boys don't cry, blah, blah, blah. A man can fix his own problems. A man can do this. You don't need anybody else. I mean, the whole big thing is pride, and, that isn't right. None of it's right. The adults, my grandfather, all those guys, no offense, but they're wrong. You do need help, and it's all you have to do is ask, and he's more than glad to help you out. You just, strange enough, you just have to ask, and it's that easy.